and then you can't pay the contractor. And I must say this, and I believe maybe the president will hear me. There's no other way to renew hope than to pay contractors, local contractors, who will now pay their suppliers. And those suppliers will go to market and buy something.
There's no other microeconomy.
Way. There's no other way to renew hope.
Contractors, local contractors.
And I will say this with all due respect, that the finance minister and the FIRS man are not doing Mr. President any good. Because these things now, people are so angry. Families cannot fulfill their obligations. Banks cannot get their money back. Some of you took loan from the bank. And the bank does not want to hear that you are here protesting. They are adding it for you. Some took money from friends. Some used their card to borrow money. The contractor working in my constituency took money from somebody. And the person is also on his neck. So it's so painful that in a government where we say we want to renew hope, we cannot pay thousands of contractors. And if the local contractors cannot be paid, I don't think there's any reason why the finance minister should be in office if he cannot pay local contractors. It's not a favor. It's a call to national duty. And then we're still paying for trillions of naira projects that are not of great importance to the day-to-day life of Nigerians. With all due respect to those intergenerational projects that are big, they are not as important as the local bridge you have put, as the solar light you have put, as the farm implement you have supplied. So if the president wants to renew hope, this is the time to pay this money. And we have the money to pay it. And what do I mean by that? The FRS man said revenue has increased, right? Exceeded some of our expectations. Since August. And then also we have approved borrowing plans to augment. So now I can tell you where the money should be found. And where do we go for the money? If you say you don't have money to pay now, let us go to the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund. There, we can find money to pay. Even though that agency is unknown to law. That account is also known to law. And I begin to wonder how Zak Adedeji was able to go to Federal Executive Council, a tax collector, and presented a memo to the president about how to fund projects that are of great importance to government. And the Federal Executive Council approved it. And he misled the president by not explaining that there's legal framework that we need to go through, which is making a law to back that development, infrastructure development fund. But then they took money from national revenue, money not appropriated, and put in that infrastructure development fund, running into trillions. And then they award contracts that are 5 trillion, 10 trillion, 100 billion, and they are signing it off without the parliament being aware. This is a heinous crime. And then now, you talk about telling contractors, what are the insults? That EFCC should come and check the jobs. That's arrant nonsense. These jobs are already in my constituency, it's in different constituencies all over Nigeria. So if EFCC is now idle, that what they will do now is to call you people and say, contractor, come. Contractor that went through process and procurement procedure, agency monitor them, jobs have been executed, jobs uploaded as government required. You now say you want to check those. I can tell that as nonsense. It's buying of time. You don't want to pay them. It's nonsense. Full nonsense.
Thank you.
Because if you say you want EFCC to come and be checking this job, then I say, if there's any job that is more important than EFCC needs to check, it's the one that Zak Adedeji and his infrastructure development fund is doing. Because those ones are 100 billion, 500 billion, 1 trillion, 10 trillion, 11 trillion.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You leave 11 trillion, 20 trillion, 50 trillion, then you now want to be running around to be checking solar light of 100,000, 500,000, 13 million. You are just trying to suffer people. So I'm pleading to the president. I'm calling on the president. If you cannot pay local contractors, then there's something wrong with the work of the finance minister and FIRS man. You sack them and audit the revenue.
Yes!
You sack them. You sack them and audit those revenue. So I stand here not just because I'm a federal lawmaker, but a Nigerian that have brothers who are also contractors, that have friends who are also contractors. I feel this pain.
Thank you.
And I want to call on my colleagues. There's nothing more important. I'm sure there's even no way to renew hope if we cannot move these contractors from this main road by paying them immediately.
Thank you, sir.
This payment must be done immediately and unconditional because government changed all the procedures of payment. All in the name of making the process efficient. Are we not saying the government was trying to deceive the people?
No.
Now you did all those changes, contractors complied. Upload, they did. This one, they did. Get this one, and everything was done. Then credit the account, we didn't see that. So I'm begging that the president put eye into what is happening in revenue generation. It's very important. Yes. Put eye on what is happening in the Ministry of Finance. And again, it's the time for him to ask for the account balance sheet of the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund. You need to see the payment that are making and compare how important they are to the lives of Nigeria to this non-payment of local contractors. We can't have an FRS chairman who is running from pillar to post, leaving his core job of tax collecting to get involved in capital projects and funding and so on and so on that are not appropriated by parliament. If Nigerians see the volume, the quantum of payment that have been made, even Mr. President himself will be shocked at the prices for those jobs. You are asking somebody, EFCC, to come and check 10 million naira job, but they are now asking how a kilometer of road is being done with over 1 billion or 2 billion. That's nonsense. That's insult. So I apply you that this sitting here is constitutional, is in line with the law. If it means shutting the entire road from there to end, it's the right thing to do because Nigerians are crying. So please, Mr. President, pay the local contractors. I'm begging you as a lawmaker, I'm begging you as a Nigerian, and I'm begging you as somebody who loves you. You cannot renew hope if these local contractors, who are your people, are not paid. They committed no offense. They have done the job. The job is standing. Some I have seen, even in my constituency. Please let them be paid in the interest of national security. There's insecurity all over the land. Now people are losing their job, losing their money, they have been out of job, they can't pay school fees. This security situation is worsening. And I had some members have already also died. And then we have people who are flying business jets to abroad. People who are living large even when they are tax collectors. Please, Mr. President, pay the local contractors. And if they are not paid, it means that your finance minister and IFRS people have gone rogue. They don't know their job. You sack them and bring the people that can do the job. He has made changes in the security agencies. He has brought a new defense minister because he understands that the security situation is not going on very well. And also as the chief economic officer of the country, the economy is not moving well because local contractors are not being paid. You make changes. You remove the FRS man. You remove the minister for finance. You audit all the activities. Every couple that have come in and where it went for. Especially those ones that were not appropriated by parliament. We couldn't have spent over 15 trillion of hard-earned resources that were not budgeted by parliament, contracts that were not approved by parliament, and the local contractors whose contracts were approved and appropriated and have executed are standing under the sun. So I came in solidarity to tell you that I'm with you, and I will speak to most of my colleagues that this is the right thing to do, to stand with you people because you are Nigerians and you have done nothing wrong so that your payments can also happen.
May God bless you. You will become our president because we need a man like you. Yes. Not a better. This is how it God bless you. We are happy. We are happy.